Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, Tales from the Rails, Episode 57, The Branchline Replacement. One bright and sunny day, Wilbert the Forest Engine was making his way with the mail. He enjoys making a nice run through the countryside. When Wilbert arrived at Elsbridge, he was diverted into a siding. "That's strange," said Wilbert. "I should have delivered my mail to Elsbridge by now, but now I'm just sitting here." He peered over to the station to find Daisy waiting. And then Thomas arrived. "Sorry I'm late, Daisy. There was a cow on the line just back, and I had to wait quite some time for it to pass." "Rubbish, Thomas. You have caused everybody to be late now. Wilbert's waiting over in the siding, and now I'm going to be late as a guaranteed connection." "Fiddlesticks," he said. "There's nothing I could have done, Daisy. The cow was on the line. I'm just glad I stopped in time." But as soon as Daisy's passengers boarded, she left. Then Wilbert came to the platform. "What we need," said Thomas to Wilbert, "is a diesel that doesn't complain around every corner." Wilbert just laughed. "Ha, good luck with that, Thomas. That's not happening anytime soon." Then Thomas left the station and tried to make up for lost time. That night, Thomas was still complaining about Daisy's attitude. "Daisy's attitude caused me to have a terrible day. I could never make up for lost time, and when I arrived to Knapford's, her Topham Hatt scolded me for being late. I blame that all on her." "Well, Thomas, be glad you have me to clear the line, thank goodness, or else you would have waited for that cow for quite some time." "Maybe you should get cow catchers of your own, so you can never be late." The Farquhar sheds filled with laughter, but Thomas just fell asleep. "Say, where is Daisy?" "Well, she's obviously not here, so I'm not sure. Maybe she fell asleep in another shed." Little did they know Daisy was off to her fitter to make sure everything was all right. And a certain diesel came to replace her. Bright and early the next morning, Thomas was puffing down his branch line. He was in a better mood. It was a beautiful day. But when Thomas arrived at Elsbridge, he was surprised. "Bowler, what are you doing here? I thought you were sent packing." I was. But I'm here to replace Daisy, 'cause she had to go to the finner's yard. But mark my words, diesels don't make mistakes too often." "Well, that's just Daisy. She always thinks something's wrong, and always says, 'Oh, I'm forbidden to pull or to push.'" Then Bowler's light turned green. "You steam engines should be replaced with us revolutionary diesels. We're much more efficient and don't break down as often. Goodbye now, and enjoy your time while it lasts." Thomas was horrified. Then Wilbert arrived with the mail. "There's a replacement diesel for Daisy on the line. His name's Bowler. He's only trouble. Good luck with him, Wilbert. I've dealt with this diesel before." And Thomas departed. All over the branch line, the diesel caused havoc. Later that day, Bowler was waiting at Tidmouth Halt for his passengers. And then Neil rolled in. "I'm picking up passengers from you? Find yourself a museum, old-timer. This is new times." Neil was hurt by this, but he responded, "If you didn't know, I actually helped with the creation of this railway. Thanks for creating such a playground for me and my friends. Once my diesel buddies get over here, this place is ours." "I would behave if I were you. If Sir Topham Hatt hears about this, he's not going to be happy. And let's just say you may not be let back onto this railway." "Oh, please. Steam engines are bound to break down, and you're always going to need a replacement. And I'm just that engine." "Aren't you just replacing Daisy, the diesel rail car?" "But, no," said Bowler, trying to act not suspiciously. But he was lost for words. The guard's whistle blew, and the signal turned green. "Toodle peep," said Neil, and happily puffed away as Bowler growled, "Well, good riddance," and he oiled up to the platform. Later on, Bowler returned back to the station, but he wasn't there for passengers. The trucks were giving Percy a hard time as he tried to leave the yards, but they weren't giving him anything. Bowler just laughed. "Ha, you useless engines. What is the point of having you if you're so inefficient? Watch and learn." So Bowler coupled up to the train. "It's not as easy as it looks, Mr. Know-it-all," said Rosie. Just watch. And he tried to pull out, but they didn't give. Come on, come on. But the trucks still had their brakes on, and Bowler struggled out of the yards. Hold back, said Scruffy. This Diesel thinks he knows everything. Let's teach him a lesson. The trucks just giggled and laughed. Oh, look, said the spiteful brake van. Looks like a crowd's joining up. Suddenly the yards flocked with engines, as all were coming to watch the struggling Bowler. No, I can't let them win. So he tried harder. Then it happened. Like before, the Diesel just shuddered to a stop. Oh no, what's happened now? Percy smiled with laughter. Oh, how inefficient of you. The onlooking crowd also filled with laughter. The Diesel went a deep shade of red. Boko had to take the silly Diesel to the works. And that night, the engines at the Farquhar sheds were talking again. I feel bad about what I said about Daisy the other night. Seeing this Diesel really made me appreciate that we have Daisy on our branch line. She may complain a lot, but she's certainly efficient and really useful, just like all of us. And the engines of the Farquhar sheds fell asleep happily.